Uplands, you own everything.
Welcome everyone to Ring the Bell. This is DS.
And the Sriracha Muchacha, Paloma Star.
And from Golden Memories, we've got Jake Smith.
I had an idea for an MC. Like, he used to run this forum and this website and like talks about women's wrestling.
Who's ready for a celebration tonight?
Hey guys, really excited to be here. Thanks for having me. My husband's like, you're doing this again? I'm like, yes, deal with it. It's WrestleMania weekly.
Well, there's a lot of fans that's like thirsting over you the entire chat, so we're like, we have to bring Jake back, yeah. So let's dive right into WrestleMania. There's a lot to talk about. We've got 5 matches.
Correct.
The most women's match we've ever had.
Yeah.
I think so.
There was like the timeline of like WrestleMania 29, 0 matches, and then like every year. And then just seeing 5 matches, it was like,
That's awesome.
Also, all of the matches were great.
They were. There wasn't not one like, oh my gosh, this match sucked or anything at all.
So let's start from the night 1. We've got Tag Team Championship. It's Kabuki Warriors versus Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. Talking about the outfit first.
I love
Who
it.
served?
so
Kairi Sane was serving some pirate looks, of course, as she should. I think Asuka had her regular gear.
I mean, Asuka, like, no, I feel like she has like debuted new gear like maybe once every 6 months. Like, and, all right, I was kind of hoping for something that coincided with Kairi's, but this show was such a mess to begin with the plan. I love that red and gold gear, so it was fine.
And also maybe she was just like wrestling this whole time because she was like,
Right.
Asuka was definitely the workhorse of this whole time because she was like
my
in
God.
every show.
Jake, you told me about Alexa and Nikki's gear.
Yeah, so I was trying to figure out, because Alexa tweeted like, guys, there's a theme to the gear, and she came out, and I'm not gonna lie, I had no idea what the hell it was at first. Like, I was like, I don't know, like we were like birds of prey, like what is this? I found a tweet from the designer. It was is it Powerline or Power? Wait, we talked about this yesterday. I got the name wrong.
Powerline.
It's Powerline. It's Powerline from a Goofy movie, which I thought was a pretty obscure reference, but apparently it's not. But
This was, again, very, very loud, noisy match.
I don't know if they taped these in a specific order, but like it was the one that kicked off the show. Kudos to all the performers for performing without that crowd influence, because Paloma, that has to play a huge factor, right?
For sure, 100%.
Yeah, seeing them be able to perform like that without the audience reaction really went a long way. But yeah, there were so many cool spots. I liked the ending a lot. Some people didn't really care for it, but I thought it was really cute. Everyone looked really crisp. It was a really fun way to start Mania.
I agree. I think it was a solid match. I don't think it was like, oh my God, groundbreaking development, amazing match. No, it was just good, solid, from beginning to end. I don't think I even had any like real complaints about it. But to your point, Jake, like wrestling in front of like no crowd and still going like full out is really hard. Because even like in the match, what keeps you going is your adrenaline, and gives you adrenaline is the crowd and people's reactions. So not having that, I'm pretty sure everything hurts like way more than it does already. I did notice a few edits that WWE did, but it wasn't like extremely like the weird cut edits. But you could tell a little bit. And
like when they'd be on the top rope all of a sudden, like I was like, oh, they're climbing so fast. Lay out the 5-hour energy. Like,
right? That's what they were promoting the shit out of it. I really didn't mind even Alexa Bliss and Nikki winning because that was my prediction anyway. But I think they looked solid. I mean, they looked strong. Neither team looked like a weaker link at all.
The ending with all the Twisted Bliss and the finishers hitting, it was super fast paced, and it was like a perfect way to start off 2-night WrestleMania because it was like a fresh start. The faces won, so we're all happy. I mean, I wasn't very happy, but I was like, yay! Like,
also, it says a lot for them to kick off the show because in any wrestling show, the first match sets the tone for the rest of the show. So you don't want to start off with like a shit match and then be like, that sets the tone of it. So it set a really good pace for the rest of the show, and I think it shows a lot that they have faith in them putting them on first.
The women opened the show both nights. You know, like I knew they weren't going to be the main event this year. You know, I was like, oh, maybe one night. But honestly, I think it's even better having them be the first match both nights because that's when everyone's really tuning in. That's when people are like, hook the audience in. So, you know, good for them. I thought that was awesome.
It was really great seeing Asuka just slaying it this year. Last year, was she in WrestleMania last year?
She was in the Battle Royal
She was
last
in
year.
Battle
She
Royale.
should have maybe had a SmackDown Women's title match, but anyway.
The champion belt was stolen, but then this year she's like completely owning it. I love seeing her that way. What do you think is the future of tag team championship in SmackDown?
Right now, it's hard to tell. I don't know if Asuka and Kyrie if they're going to continue them as a team. I'd personally like to see them maybe do some single stuff for a little bit. I think we're going to get some thrown together team for a little bit, probably going after Alexa and Nikki, or it's going to be Bayley and Sasha kind of teaming up against them, maybe starting to plant those seeds for their feud down the road.
So the next match was Becky Lynch versus Shayna Baszler, the Raw Women's Championship. And it was a pretty short match. It was an 8-minute match.
I was surprised with how short it was for sure. Yeah. I was personally a little bummed that they had Becky's like pickup truck thing or like Mac, whatever the hell it was, like show up every week. I think it would have been cooler if like we saw it for the first time at Mania. Yeah. I think for sure she was planning some sort of entrance at the stadium with it. But you know, I had a feeling she was going to come out in it. I loved her gold jacket. I thought that was badass. Amazing. The rest of the gear was, you know, all black. It was not anything crazy, but the jacket was awesome. I think Shayna had red on.
I liked it.
So yeah, I really like Shayna's gear most of the time.
Me too.
I think it looks really nice.
I just wish they wouldn't put so much makeup on her. Like the way that they put the makeup on, it almost like all the way to her eyebrow bones down to the I don't think she needs any makeup. I actually think she actually might look a little bit more intimidating without makeup.
I agree.
It was Ronda Rousey makeup.
You know, I feel like whenever they do this inevitable 4 horsewomen versus 4 horsewomen thing, they're gonna have the 4 of them come out with just like all this like,
the 4 raccoons.
The match itself, though, it was pretty much what I expected. It wasn't a bad match, but it was probably my least favorite of the matches.
Oh.
That's just me personally. The ending was very surprising. I think it makes sense if it was a feel-good show, which this show I think kind of needed to be. And you know, kids love Becky and they're stuck at home right now. So I'm like, you know what? Probably a good move to keep the belt on Becky so there's not these kids crying at home.
I love the intensity of it. I think they made up with the length of it with the intensity of it. They started off like they hated each other. And I'm glad because it would have been so stupid if they started off with locking up. When they went at it, they were throwing chingazos, like real punches and shit. And then I think what I think that says to all performers of the night is that everybody was laying it in, like way more. Like nobody was like, just like, everybody was like laying their shit in because you have to. I mean, while you think, oh, there's no crowd, but you could hear it more. It's more visual. They wrestled like they legit hated each other. Because
there was like no crowd, it almost benefited in a way because you could hear all the strikes, all the moaning and grunting. It was badass.
Shayna actually, if I'm not mistaken, Shayna lost the NXT women's belt the same way.
To Kylie, right?
Crap. Yeah.
Do you think that was lazy or it's like, oh, Becky like studied her opponent?
Maybe like that's the only way you could beat Shayna is by surprise, because it's not necessarily like beating her with a move. You know, it's like kind of like out of nowhere taking advantage of the situation, and it makes her look not as weak.
It was a similar finish to Ronda Rousey, right? Ronda Rousey was defeated like with just a roll up too. So it is I think it's a good way to extend the storyline.
I think it's making her the smart competitor, and I think the thing is she's going to be getting under the skin of the MMA girls and everything like that. Just being like, I can outsmart you. I can just see like the promos now. It's be like, you might like think you have all these technical skills and everything, but I have the brains. It's one thing like you won't have. This is just going to piss Shayna off more, and she might legitimately kill Becky. So
where do you think this is going?
Murder.
I was shocked that Shayna didn't win, but I think just this WrestleMania in general, I think they use it not as like the ultimate show of the year, but like a stop or a break. So it's a nice break for a lot of people enjoying at home. I think we will be seeing a lot more of Shayna and looking forward to see how more ferocious she'll be.
Well, first of all, I felt like they already brought things up like such a level with this feud. I mean, it literally began with like Becky cutting her neck bit off. So it's just like, all right, like how much more violent? I'm excited to see where this goes. I feel like later down the road, Ronda's going to come into the picture if she decides to come back. I'm interested to see what happens next.
Let's go to the second night, and we saw a kickoff match between Liv Morgan and Natalya.
Why though? I mean, don't get me wrong. Okay.
The storyline was kind of like teacher versus student.
They were best friends, and Liv betrayed her, clearly.
Okay.
As every Natalia feud is.
BDSM gear battle.
Only one of us can wear leather, bitch. Like, the gears were both a good look, though. Always loved Natty's gear. It actually reminded me a little bit of Beth Phoenix. Part of me kind of wonders that I don't think this was always the original plan for Natty. Could have seen like a triple threat for the tag titles, so who knows? But the gear was gorgeous. I loved the like hot pink rhinestones. And then Liv's gear, holy hell, she looked so good. Yeah.
Someone was not happy about it. That was Killer Cross. But we're gonna talk about the news and rumor, okay?
Oh.
But I am upset that we did not get in this empty crowd. That we didn't get. Yeah.
I know.
You guys like Natalia?
Yeah, like Liv.
How did that not happen? I was so upset.
I think this match really showed to me at least how much Liv has improved, like as an in-ring performer for sure. Like this, like was a complete like, oh wow, Liv, you could really go, not just like go in some spots. She could really go. Natty can have a good match with anybody, and I think that's like a curse and a blessing because since she's always gonna have a good match with everybody, she's always gonna put people over. Like she's gonna be the go-to person to make somebody else look good because she can make everybody look good. And a really cool thing that I read about, it's kind of sad, but
It's
also
not
true.
cool.
I read that the Natty's kind of like a can of soup. She's technically okay, but nobody really gets excited for it.
Oh,
Sad, but it's also kind of true. I mean,
I would have thought like Natty was like a Mickey James, like in Beth Phoenix's Hall of Fame speech, where like it's a night off because I just love working with her. She's so good. That's disappointing.
I like the match. I mean, it was fun. I really liked seeing Liv do her thing, except watching her wrestle in an empty arena sounds like I'm watching something on like X Hamster or something with her in the way that she sells.
Oh my god.
It reminded me of that time Maria got beat up by Trish Stratus backstage. And it sounded like she was having an orgasm.
But I was like fine with this match. This was like a showcase for Liv. I was okay with it. I think she did great. Natty did great. I was like okay with it. But we're gonna talk about the Asuka match on Raw because that I lived. Next match was NXT Women's Championship between Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley that opened the second night. And it was a long ass match, 20 minutes.
Amazing.
Oh, this is a reason that I cannot hate Charlotte. She is owning everything, that freaking opulence, but she is earning it.
Yeah.
Opulence. You earn everything.
I just taught Cody that today. I'm like, every time somebody says that, you have to do this. He's like, okay.
This is the match I think I was most excited for. It did not disappoint in so many ways. First off, again, the gears, amazing.
Great.
Loved both gears. Charlotte's robe was stunning. Rhea debuted some color, which was awesome. I loved the blue and white.
Dragon
It
Ball.
was Vegeta. Remember?
Yeah.
On the live stream? So, like the more things change, the more things stay the same. And it was Rhea, like a baby Rhea, in her Vegeta gear, and then like kind of like now in her like legit Vegeta gear. So it was really cute. I loved it. I love talking about people's gears, especially in WrestleMania, because they usually like go all out for it. That robe. What did you guys think of Charlotte's robe?
It's one of my favorite ones of hers.
Per usual.
Yeah, like I am never disappointed with her robes usually, and just the gear underneath too. I really like that it was different. Yeah, purple looks so good on her. I'm glad she didn't do a crazy braid hairstyle this year and just like kept it simple.
What do you think of the story of this match?
I loved it. Yay, working a body part. What? Who would've thought? That actually works. Weird. But I think Rhea sold her leg perfectly. And I always like when people work a body part of mine that I've hurt before because I know the pain of it and I could like relate to it. Like I've had a hurt knee before, so I know how to sell it. But it definitely told a story. She sold it throughout the whole match. Or I hate when people sell a body, like work a body part and then they like forget about it and they're just like running the ropes just fine. But Rhea did a really, really good job of still conveying that she was in pain, but still doing her drop kick and her usual move set and stuff. But I really like the story to tell. I love that they went so long. Like, who would ever thought, like, if you went back in time and told somebody, like, 10 years ago, shit, even, like, 5 years ago, that there was going to be 5 women WrestleMania matches and one of them is going to go over 20 minutes, and you'd be like, not at this WrestleMania, like, not in WWE. So it was really, really awesome to see, like, women get their chance to shine, both in psychology-wise and at the time that they were.
Rhea's desperation was just so obvious with her screaming, the way she was selling. It was really well done. This match was also super chatty.
Yeah.
Really? Really, Charlotte?
This is your NXT champion!
But this was probably one of my favorite women WrestleMania matches probably of all time. Like, it was solid. It was really good. I really, really, really liked it. I mean, it was technically sound, and like I feel like a lot of women aren't as technically sound like as their counterpart, but I really, 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 really loved it. I would go back and watch this again so many more times. I was definitely surprised with the outcome.
Oh my God.
Not gonna lie. I did not expect that outcome at all.
We were gagged.
I know, but I guess it just means that the endless possibilities that Charlotte now has to face in NXT. And at first I'm like, Charlotte versus Bianca until today. When I saw that Bianca. So I'm really looking forward to the opportunities. And I think really Charlotte going down to NXT is just going to elevate all the NXT girls. I mean, they don't really need it because they're all amazing already, but I was definitely shook with that finish.
Yeah, I expected Rhea to get the win here, and like I was like, oh, we're gonna get some like handshake moment, like or something like that. Like that's fully what I expected. I was like, they're getting the hand sanitizer ready, and like I was shocked. I did not expect Charlotte to get the win. She's so main roster now. I can't see her going back to NXT, so I'm very surprised in a good way. I was actually even more surprised with Rhea and how she performed in this matchup. She's had some great matches, I think. But, you know, I was like, Charlotte's like so different in like style, I feel like a lot of the time. So I'm like, how is this gonna blend together? And it went so well. Rhea really impressed me in this matchup.
Yeah, what do we think of her tapping?
Ooh, I don't know if I love that. Natural selection. Like I would have done that multiple times on Rhea and like pinned her. I feel like the tap out makes her kind of look weak. Although at the same time though, you know, she did have her leg work the entire match.
Yeah, the whole time.
Yeah. And so, you know, just got that past injury and everything. So yeah, it makes sense. I'm okay with it now.
It just happened. It just clicked inside your head.
Changed my mind.
I was shocked. I was really shocked to see Rhea tap because she was supposed to be the new it girl of NXT, but then she just tapped out to Charlotte. I'm curious to see how she's going to rebound from this, or will she?
I think she will. I think that the way that the match was laid out, she definitely got a lot of offense in, and it was a lot of false finishes too, which seemed like Rhea was about to win. So definitely kept her strong, even though she did tap. But I think just really just solidified Rhea being like a star. She was able to hang with the best women that they have in the roster, so she can go. And she just proved that to everybody that she can go.
Also, having Charlotte in NXT is going to bring in the mainstream viewers, the audience, and you know, we can have a fighting chance against AEW. But we'll see about that.
And I'm pretty sure that's why they did it.
Maybe we're getting a trade for her for another person on Raw now. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I was like kind of confused because WWE, they were talking about draft today.
Yeah, I think
again?
They heard like Apollo Crews is now on Raw because it was the last minute leftover draft pick
from October.
Inspired draft from last.
Oh, well, that explains what? Okay, that explains that sort of.
Like, just making shit up now.
Yeah, it's like you guys didn't see this. Come on, like it's.
Let's go to SmackDown Women's Championship 5-way elimination match. Standout looks.
I love Naomi. Yeah.
It's inspired by Normani.
I saw that. I love it.
I think Bailey's white gear was really cute too.
It had like the X's over like her old logo and stuff, and it still had like the little fringe. Sasha's gear, I liked the print on that as well as like kind of some like gold design. I want to know what the hell happened with Tamina because she posted a picture of new-ish gear online, and then we got the same stuff we always see.
What happened there?
I'm offended. I don't know.
People have been keep saying that Sasha posted a photo of her holding the title last week. Did you hear about this? That she posted a photo of her holding a title and then she deleted it right away. I just thought it was a Photoshop, but apparently I guess that really happened and she just teased it just so that she could stir some pot.
They did tape multiple endings. You know, maybe she was like, you know what? I'm going to put this out there and they're going to have to do it.
So Mama Tamina! She was a powerhouse of this match.
So glad she got her little moment to shine, especially at the beginning. I mean, they do this whole spot in every match. There's a multi-person spot, there's a bigger person where they all gang up on them, and she does this, and everybody goes flying and stuff. So it's fine. But she did look awesome. She looked like maybe they could actually, you know, use her more and use her right. So I was sad that she was eliminated first, but I'm glad she got her little moment to shine.
Great elimination, though.
Yeah, I mean, everybody had to use off the top rope.
I love that they were all like an aerial move to take her out too, though. So to really showcase that, like, hey, all these women can like go up there and like pull this off. Like, that's awesome.
And then Naomi was eliminated.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was pissed.
I was pissed too.
I would have had Lacey go out before her. I feel like Naomi has been having a moment these last couple of months, so I was just very surprised that they would like eliminate her so quickly when she's so over and she's money right there. Like, why are you not pushing this woman? She has such a fan base. And a tap out too.
Naomi can't do anything else right. She's doing everything right.
Yeah.
Still, like, she got one of the biggest pops of the night in Royal Rumble. She's looks like get this huge push, and then nothing. And like, even like you said, like, she's money right there because the merchandising possibilities.
Yes.
Like, kids love that shit. Glows in the dark, even if they don't.
Yeah.
What else do they want her to do? She deserves so much better. But I love Naomi.
She really does.
This was my favorite part of this entire match. The unity.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like tearing up. I was like, oh my god, I really wanted this.
I'm so glad they did that. I really
that
wanted
made me
that
so
moment.
happy. If this was like at the stadium, I would have been on my feet, like screaming and crying.
So obviously the spotlight was all about Sasha and Bailey's little, like the start of something new. So Bailey blocked Lacey's right hand and then it went straight to Sasha's face and Bailey didn't stop it. Sasha from getting a pinfall.
I love it. I like the whole like hints of it, the whole building and building and building and building till like you can't anymore, it's just gonna explode. So I like it. I just hope that they know when to pull the trigger because it can go too long and like, okay, just do it already, shit. But I do like the build up for it. I just hope it's timed right.
You know, I saw a lot of people like really upset that like, oh, why aren't we getting Bailey versus Sasha this year? Because it makes no sense to do it at this point in time. Like, you know, like what they're doing is totally fine. I think Sasha versus Bailey is going to be a great match when it does happen, but it needs the right build. Right now, they're both technically heels, so like someone's got to be the babyface here. I'm hoping that's Sasha in this case.
I hope so too.
And I think last night really planted those seeds a little bit further. We've seen for a few weeks, you know, Sasha just kind of giving the eye to Bailey. But like last night, you know, when she strapped the title on, that's going to be money in the video package for this feud, and I can't wait.
So that was SmackDown Women's Championship. That was great. Let's briefly talk about Mandy and Sonya's interaction. Mandy ran in with like full-on wrestling gear, completely gold, and just slapped the hell out of Sonya.
Yeah.
What do you think is next for them?
I don't think a pay-per-view match, but I think like maybe if you one-on-one matches, they could both be in Money in the Bank, which would be kind of cool. I would love to see a spot with them both on the ladder.
The mixed tag matches.
Yeah, mix some mixed tags. I don't know. Part of me kind of wishes the tables were turned. I think Mandy's a more natural heel. And I think they're missing an opportunity with Sonya as a face. I'm fine with the two of them feuding. Fire and Desire needed to end.
I hope that it turns out like this for a little bit, and then I hope they do a double turn.
We also saw Bianca Belair running, but we'll talk about that on Raw because that basically extended all the way to Raw. Bianca Belair debut! Woo! Bianca destroyed Zelina Vega.
Holy crap. Oh my god.
This matchup is great because Zelina Vega is so tiny and Bianca Belair is so tall and strong that she could just like whip her around like crazy. The only thing I did not like was when Bianca was cutting the promo. Bitch, she's right there. Like, who are you talking to?
Just looking at the camera.
Right there. She was all looking to the camera all intensely while Zelina Vega's behind her.
I
Like,
go here now. I'm behind.
yeah, like, talk to her. Like, the camera could move around and still film you, but it was just like so dumb for talking to the camera while Zelina Vega's always like, hi.
I wasn't even thinking about that because it was so good. Her attitude, everything is just so natural. I just feel the charisma. I love it. But yeah, I understand that she probably should have talked to Zelina.
Zelina was the perfect opponent because, like, she is so small. And, you know, Zelina is someone you really want to see get their ass kicked because, like, that bitchy manager, you're like, oh my god, shut up, get out of here.
So Bianca's now on Raw. What do we want to see from Bianca?
Everything.
All of it. I definitely want to see her in the title picture. I think she's going to be with Street Profits for a little bit, which I'm okay with, to be honest. I feel like that's something a lot of people have kind of wanted to see.
Yeah.
And I saw a lot of people complaining like, oh no, she's going to be stuck there. I don't think she will be. Like, Naomi was with the Usos for a little bit, and it wasn't like she was stuck there indefinitely. Like, she came and went as she pleased. Because not everyone watches NXT. A lot of wrestling fans forget that. Like, having her debut with the Street Profits establishes her with an over tag team. So people are going to like her who didn't know her before.
Yeah.
And pay attention and watch and see what she can do.
That's a good formula. I mean, Trish debuted with the tag team.
Exactly.
Lita debuted with the tag team. Melina debuted with tag team. I think it's the
Carmella debuted with the tag team.
There you go.
I feel like every very successful woman has debuted as a manager of some kind to begin with. Case in point. So, you know, like, I think it's a good start for her on the main roster, and I think she's going to do big things, and I can't wait to see her get in the title picture. That's what I'm excited
So with Nia Jax coming to Raw, Nia, Shayna, Asuka, Becky, there's not much room to breathe, to be honest. So I'm a little worried for Bianca, so maybe just being with the guys for a little bit for the tag division, maybe that's her way to shine through.
Bianca brings something that I think a lot of women don't, and it's that charisma, like that.
It's so natural. Yeah.
What she's doing, whether she's managing the Street Profits or having a singles or mixed tag, anything match, you're definitely going to notice her. You're going to see her charisma. So even if she is stuck with the Street Profits for a little bit, I think she's going to get so over with the crowd that they're going to probably push her a little bit faster. So
the match between Liv Morgan and Asuka. Holy shit!
I thought we saw what Liv could do at WrestleMania, but I was more impressed with this match than that one.
100%.
So, like, that one move where she, like, pulled her legs out from under the rope and, like, turned it into, like, a Hurricane Rana, I was like, here for this.
I think this was more of a WrestleMania vibe match than her match at WrestleMania. I mean, Asuka doing her great vocal, I think it works great. And Liv, like, really showed up what she can do in this match for sure. So I'm really excited to have her in a consistent storyline with somebody where she keeps on having those matches where she keeps on improving. But I really liked it. I like this match better than her WrestleMania match.
Oh, hell yeah. No, I was watching it while I was setting up this backdrop and everything, and I couldn't. Like, I just had to stop because it was so good, so captivating. I might be a little going overboard, but I was like, is this TakeOver match 40? Like, I was so into it.
No, it was really good.
I know that she was improving, but damn, she got me right there. And Asuka, she's a true workhorse.
Seriously, I hope she gets a raise. I hope she gets some pay time off, a gift card. So.
Yes, please. Olive Garden gift card. There you go.
She hasn't just been having matches. Like, they've all been good matches. Like, that's the thing. Like, in these taping schedules, like, sometimes they're taping multiple matches a day, and she's able to do this, like, in the same day. That's crazy.
I feel like somebody told her, whatever you're doing, keep doing that. like matches and what you're saying, everything, just keep on doing it. And she's great.
I don't know what happened. Like, she's always been great, but like lately, not only there, but like on social too, I feel like she's been even funnier. Like, Liv like posted something and she's like, I'm ready for you tonight or something. Like, Asuka's like, I'm not because I'm hungry. Like, or something like that. Like,
and then lastly, we've got Nia Jax come back.
Woo!
I'm not like most girls.
So good. So good. Love the new gear. It's long overdue.
Her weave was very
yes. I've been waiting for this moment since the Rumble. I for sure thought she was like gonna be maybe number 30 in the Rumble. I'm like, yeah, I was like, Nia's number 30. Like, what? She's not? Like, it's just like, it was not the most exciting return. I thought like maybe she would interrupt a promo or something as her big return because she's been out literally a year.
A year.
Yeah, like, so it's like, oh, it's going to be a huge return.
I wanted her to come in and just punch the hell out of Becky. I wanted that explosive return. That didn't happen. She looked a little lonely when she was walking out. I was just like, oh,
You're looking for Tamina. Solid victory where she looked extremely dominant, and it looks like she busted out like a new move, like it was some sort of version of the Rampage, it looked like. I'm very happy to see her back. I love Nia.
I think it was very tactical to put her against Diana because she's such a great bumper and seller too, that I think looks cool. And also she's not like tiny, so it's not like, oh, like squash like Zelina Vega, who's like tiny, you know, and stuff like that. So, and she's also a super random, but Diana Peraza was like super technical. So I was like, ooh, are they gonna have like a real match? But obviously it wasn't. But I think it was a good person to beat because it's not like it was a local competitor /
right.
Either. So I'm excited to see where they put Nia. Raw's looking stacked right now. So hopefully they put her right away with a really solid storyline and get her back in the mix.
I'm just worried how Raw is gonna function with all these people, like just big names, big charisma, big presence. That's a lot of star power right there.
You know, it's crazy because, you know, a few weeks ago, I would have looked at the Raw roster and I was like, oh my God, like, it's the same people every week, you know, like a few weeks later, all of a sudden, boom, like explosion of all these huge names there. It's gonna be tough. I'm just hoping we're getting like multiple women's feuds.
I say that, yeah.
So I hope that's what they keep doing.
I really hope that they don't forget that there's other women besides the usual women that they use.
Yeah.
Well, so that is our supersized review of WrestleMania and the Raw After Mania.
Completely different than it usually is, because the Raw After Mania is always usually the craziest.
Yeah. I have to say, for the women's wrestling fans, though, I feel there hasn't been a lot with the men I've noticed tonight. So I feel like this is a Raw After Mania for women's wrestling fans. So I'm okay with like the Bianca stuff. I'm just happy Nia's back. So like, you know.
Jake, thank you so
Thank
much
you for having
hopping
me.
in. It's such a fun time whenever I got to talk with you. So Jake, where can we find you?
So you can follow me on Twitter at Jake Isn't Jacob.
What does that mean, by the way?
Well, my legal name is Jake. So like everyone always thinks it's Jacob. Like it's really just like me being like bitchy. Like when like old people are like, "Oh, nice to meet you, Jacob." I just said it's Jake. Like so.
And Paloma?
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Paloma Star. If I have any shows coming up, sad. I do have some merch to plug. I'm having a really cool deal right now. 2 signed 8x10s and your very own I Hate Paloma Star t-shirt.
Oh my God!
What?
Isn't it cool? But
I love it.
Very cool.
Paloma Star. I'm like, it's okay. You're still supporting me, even though it's a So definitely DM me if you're interested for your very own t-shirt or 8x10s. Great bundle deal, $20. That includes shipping. So definitely a deal. And shout out to all my fans like Gary and Rito who have already bought one.
Yay! I hate Paloma! Yay! Come on! Yeah! And you can find me at DS Shin and Ring the Bell DS on Twitter. All right. Bye!
Bye!
This is a special shout out to all our amazing patrons, especially at this time, right?
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
seriously. Thank you so much for sticking with us. This totally makes us feel not only special, but it makes us even want to put out more content and keep on entertaining you guys.
Absolutely, absolutely. So here you go. Thank you, Ryan Perry. Thank you so much.
Yay, Ryan!
Roberto Cano, love you.
Shout out everybody. He's always popping up. Thank you, Roberto. Huge shout out to LubyCon.
Yeah,
who I actually met in person. Yay! And also so much to Blight. I always see your name pop up everywhere. So thank you so much for being
Thank
an
you so
amazing continued supporter.
Pascal LC, thank you so much for your support. James Booth, I love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much to Oksana. Thank you so much for your support. We couldn't do this without you. And Xavier, thank you so much. You guys are amazing. You really, really let us keep on going. We love doing this and we feel the love coming from all y'all.
Dilbish, Benito, I love you so much. Thank you for your support. Tom S, Lindsay, thank you so much.
You guys are awesome. Seriously, we couldn't do this without you guys. You guys are great. Thank you so much also to Chase Carver and Noah A. Awesome people. Yay!
Thank you so much, everyone, for all your support. We will continue to provide you with excellent content. Mwah, mwah, mwah.